fourth graders, it's Mrs. Young here, and today you're going to learn about animal structures and how those structures help animals survive in their environments. Let's start. The first slide is all the vocabulary words that you need to learn today. The first word you learned last week and is a review. The word structures are the parts of an organism that help it survive. Now, a new vocabulary word for you is organism. An organism is any living thing. It could be plants, animals, teeny tiny little insects, even as small as bacteria is an organism. The next word, adaptation. An adaptation is how an organism develops structures or features over a long period of time to be able to survive in its environment. Over time, like thousands of years, organisms have developed different structures that help them survive in the environment or where the organism lives. These are called physical adaptations. The word physical means something having to do with your appearance, like how you look. So a physical adaptation would be something having to do with an animal's body part or the way it looks. Let's go through some examples. So here I have an organism. It's a male African lion, and several of this lion's adaptations are listed. Let's just do two examples. One example is its tail that it uses for balance. So this is an example of a structure or body part. And this structure is an adaptation because it's something the lion can use to help it survive, right? As the lion is climbing different areas, it uses its tail for balance. One more example would be the whiskers that the lion uses for perspective or being able to sense its surroundings. Right? So the whiskers are a structure or body part that the lion uses to help it survive. Let's look at another example of another organism. Next organism or living thing is an eagle. Let's do, again, two examples of physical adaptations. So one adaptation would be its powerful talons. A talon is like its claws. So it's a structure, and it helps it survive by being able to catch hold of the prey and also to tear prey. Another really great example, also having to do with how it can get food, is the hook-like beak. A lot of adaptations help animals survive by helping them get food, right? So with this hook-like beak, you can see how it hooks down, helps the eagle get food and also tear apart its food. Now, not all physical adaptations are structures. Some of them are the way that an animal looks. So a really great example of this is camouflage. Camouflage is the use of color in a surrounding. So here's a really great example. The chameleon, and a chameleon can change its color to match its surroundings so it can blend in and hide. Lots of animals use camouflage to help them survive. I want you to think for a moment about some examples. Maybe you've been walking outside and you go to step on the ground and all of a sudden the ground moves because really there was a toad there and the toad goes hopping away. You didn't even notice it because it blended in so well, or it was camouflaged. Let's keep going. Another example of a physical adaptation is mimicry. Go ahead and say that word, mimicry. And to mimic something means to act like something else. So it's looking or sounding like another living organism. Here's a really great example of this. These two butterflies look almost identical, but really they're two different kinds of butterflies. This one, is the monarch butterfly, and it is poisonous. This butterfly right here is a viceroy, and it is not poisonous. But when a predator approaches and maybe thinks about eating that butterfly, it's going to think, ooh, no, this butterfly looks like it's poisonous, right? I'm not going to eat that because otherwise I'm going to get sick. But really, the viceroy is not poisonous. It just looks like the poisonous one. One more really great example of physical adaptations or things that animals have that help them survive are chemical defenses. These are ways that animals help protect themselves against predators or against the animals that want to eat them. Really great examples are venom, like that monarch butterfly, right, has that poison, or ink, which is something that an octopus has. And I think this one's a great example, a spray like a skunk has. If a predator gets close to a skunk, the skunk will spray and it smells really bad. So the predator doesn't want to get anywhere near that stinky skunk and it will leave it alone. So the spray helps protect the skunk from predators. So it's an adaptation. So what kind of structural adaptations do geckos have? I'm going to also post a video of mango, and we're going to take a look at some of the adaptations that geckos have by looking at mango. All right, so you can click off from this for now and click on the next video.